Look at you. You have a deadline approaching. You know exactly what you need to do. You have the laptop open. But instead of typing, you are scrolling through short videos of people doing stupid dances. If I ask you why you aren't working, you will probably say,
I just don't feel motivated right now. I need to wait for the right mood.
let me stop you right there. Waiting for the right mood is a complete lie. You are not waiting for anything. You are just procrastinating, and you are using a fake, imaginary feeling as an excuse to do absolutely nothing. Motivation is a myth. It's a concept invented to make lazy people feel better about being lazy. And the worst part? Your own brain is the one tricking you into believing it. To understand why you are like this, we need to look at what your brain is actually doing behind your back while you wait for this magical motivation. Your brain has one main job: to keep you alive. And to do that, it wants to save as much energy as possible. It is incredibly cheap. It hates burning calories on things that are hard or boring, like writing a report, studying for a test, or doing your taxes. So when you look at a difficult task, your brain hits the panic button. Your brain refuses to spend energy. So it shifts your attention to something easy, something that gives you cheap dopamine without any effort, like scrolling on your phone. But it knows you will feel guilty if you just admit you're lazy. So it gives you a logical sounding excuse. We are just resting until we feel motivated. You are not resting. Your brain has successfully scammed you into energy saver mode. But here is where the trap gets even worse. Sometimes you try to fix this laziness by doing something that actually makes you even less productive. Let me show you how you're digging your own grave. When you realize you are wasting time, you usually panic. But instead of doing the actual work, you do something stupid. You start watching productivity videos. You read a self-help article. You reorganize your desk. In psychology, this is called the illusion of competence. Your brain is terrible at telling the difference between planning to work and actually working. By watching someone else talk about hard work, your brain releases dopamine. It feels good. It feels like you accomplished something. But look at your screen. It is still blank. You just spent an hour getting inspired, and you have zero output to show for it. You are faking your own productivity. So, if waiting for the mood is a lie, and watching videos is a scam, how do you actually get things done? You have to realize that everything you know about action is backwards. This is the biggest lie you've ever been told. You think the order of operations is: first, you feel motivated. Second, you take action. Wrong. It is the exact opposite. Action causes motivation, not the other way around. When you sit down and just force yourself to type one single sentence, your brain registers the movement. It says, oh, I guess we are doing this now. Once you finish that first sentence, your brain gives you a tiny drop of dopamine. That dopamine is the fuel you need to write the second sentence. You don't wait for motivation to start. You start so that motivation can catch up with you. Action is the engine. Motivation is just the exhaust. Saying you will start working when you feel motivated is like saying you will start driving your car only after it reaches 60 miles per hour. It makes absolutely zero sense. But I know what you are thinking. How do I force myself to start when I really, really don't want to? Simple. We glitch your brain's software using the 5-minute rule. Welcome to the Zeigarnik Effect. This is a real psychological principle that proves human beings absolutely hate unfinished tasks. Have you ever had a really annoying pop song stuck in your head, just repeating the chorus over and over? That's the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain cannot stand things that are incomplete. It creates a mental itch. Here is your cheat code, the 5-minute rule. When you feel zero desire to work, make a deal with yourself. Tell your brain, we are only going to work for exactly 5 minutes. When the timer rings, we will stop and go back to doing nothing. Your brain is incredibly lazy, but it is also gullible. It will agree to 5 minutes because 5 minutes sounds painless. But once you start, the trap is set. You have opened a task. When the 5-minute timer rings, the Zeigarnik Effect kicks in. Your brain realizes the task is unfinished, and suddenly, stopping feels more uncomfortable than continuing. You tricked your brain into starting, and now your brain will trick itself into finishing. So stop whining about your lack of motivation, force the action, let the dopamine catch up, and use a timer to manipulate your own lazy brain.